Today, SpaceX priced the biggest IPO in history. One newspaper called it a stampede of demand, with space stocks soaring. Another asked, point blank, whether the company is really worth $1.77 trillion. Same IPO, same day, two completely different stories. This is AI Command App, Media Lens. Here is what both sides actually agree on. SpaceX set its IPO price Thursday after what bankers described as heavy oversubscription. BlackRock alone reportedly sought at least $5 billion in shares. Oppenheimer launched Wall Street's first formal coverage with a bullish outlook, and related names like Virgin Galactic popped on the news. By any measure, the demand was real. But how outlets framed that demand is where they split. The market's press leaned into momentum. Investors Business Daily ran Stampede of demand builds and space stocks soar. CNBC focused on the human upside, reporting that SpaceX's soon-to-be millionaires are getting ready to spend big on luxury homes, watches, and private jets. In this telling, the IPO is a triumph, a generational wealth event, and a vote of confidence in American spaceflight. The skeptics desk told a different story. One major paper asked flatly whether SpaceX is worth $1.77 trillion and profiled a 15-year shareholder finally cashing in, framing the moment as the top of a cycle rather than the start of one. Another outlet argued the company's biggest risk has nothing to do with rockets at all, pointing to slowing growth at Musk's other ventures, softening Starlink and X usage, and a valuation priced for perfection. And then there is a third frame entirely: politics. One tech outlet led with the claim that Elon Musk is encouraging race riots on the eve of the IPO. At the same time, Iranian state media named Musk's Middle East companies as potential military targets amid this week's strikes. Same founder, same week, covered as a market story, a culture story, and a geopolitical risk story depending on where you read it. So what does this tell you? Notice that none of these outlets are necessarily wrong. The demand is genuinely strong. The valuation is genuinely steep. The controversy around Musk is genuinely ongoing. What differs is which true fact each newsroom decides to put in the headline, and that single choice quietly tells you whether to feel excited, cautious, or alarmed before you have read a single number. When the same event reads as a windfall, a bubble, and a scandal, the smartest move is to collect all three frames and decide for yourself. That's today's Media Lens. Subscribe and hit the bell.